स्वाध्याय टीवी डॉक्टर बाबा साहेब आंबेडकर ओपन यूनिवर्सिटी।
Namaste dear students, I Dr. Himanshu Patel welcome you from the Chaitanya studio of Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar Open University. We are in lecture series on mobile application development in Android. Before we start, let us look at it what we have learned in last lecture. In last lecture, we have learned how to send SMS messages programmatically from within your application, how to send SMS messages using the built-in messaging application, how to receive incoming SMS messages for further processing, and how to send email message from your application by choosing one of the built-in application. Our today's topic is location based services. So, we will discuss how to implement location based services in your program. So, today's agenda is how to leverage location based services available within the Android software development kit, how to determine the location of the handset using a built-in global positioning system, that is GPS, and how to translate row location coordinates into descriptive location names and do the reverse. That means, if you have names available, you can find its longitude and latitude, and if you know longitude and latitude, you can always find location. And finally, we learn how to use Google Map with fragments and fragment activity. So, let us start. Now, why we require location based application? The answer is that location based services can track your location and offer additional services such as locating amenities nearby, offering suggestions for route planning, and one of the key ingredients in a location based service application is maps, which presents a visual representation of your location. So, using location based services, you can get textual information regarding particular location as well as visual representation of location using maps. So, that is why we require location based services. Now, how to use GPS in your application? So, LBS services are built in precision GPS are optional features for Android device. Not every device supports GPS. So, it is considered as a optional, but you can declare that your application uses or requires specific location based services using tag use feature, and you have to declare these tag in Android manifest.xml file, so that one can know these application requires use of LBS. These tag also helps to filter your application and provide it only to user with appropriate devices. For example, you have published your application on Google Play Store and somebody downloads these application. So, first it will check whether your device supports LBS or not. If it is supports, it allows you to download, otherwise it will prompt you that this application is not compatible with your device. So, this is how you can specify that you want to use LBS or location based services. How to write down these use features for LBS? So, suppose your application will only function on device with some sort of method for determining the current location. You could use the tag given in red line, which is use features. Then you have to write down Android colon name, which is a attribute, and value for this attribute is android.hardware.location. It means that your device should have capability for finding locations, but if your application requires precise location using global positioning system, then you have to write down last line code in your manifest file, which is a uses features tag with attribute Android colon name, and value for this attribute is android.hardware.location.gps. So, first tag tell your application that it should have it can be installed on device which has certain sort of mechanism for using LBS, and second tag is used to specify that your phone on which you want to install your application should have GPS functionality. So, these two tags we have to write down in our manifest file. Now, how to find a location? So, there are 5 steps for finding particular location using location based services. The first is you have to retrieve an instance of location manager using a call to the get system service method using the argument location service. So, first we create instance of location manager, then we add appropriate permission to Android manifest file. That means, we want to use these features depending on what type of location information the application needs. And third step is to choose a provider using either get all providers method or the get based provider method. Fourth step is you have to implement location listener class and all the abstract method therein, and finally, you have to call request location update method which the chosen provider and the location listener object to start receiving location information. So, these 5 steps you have to write down in your code in order to or implement in your code to use location based services. Now, we discuss geocoding locations. Now, determining the latitude and longitude is useful for precise location tracking and measurement. However, it is not usually descriptive to user. That means, one can know the name of city, state, country, street, etc., but nobody knows longitude and latitude. So, for that Android SDK provides some helper methods to turn these row location data into addresses and descriptive place names, and these method can also work in reverse. That means, turning place name or address into row location coordinates. For these we have to use geocoder object without any special permission. Geocoder object can be used without any permissions, and it provides facility to convert longitude latitude into descriptive names, and if you have name of a place available, then you can always get its longitude and latitude. Now, this is a description of location based on either longitude, latitude or place name, but we want to provide user with visual representation of location. So, for that you have to map your locations on maps. For that we have 2 kind of facilities or 2 methods are available to show location with Google Maps. The first is to use a location URI to launch the built-in Google Maps application with the specified location, and second is to use a Google Map embedded within your application to display the map location. Like we have maps available, or you can download this maps application from Google Play Store that is available in your phone. So, what you can do is you can call this Google Map application which provides rich functionality directly from within your application, and suppose you want to write down entire mapping application, what you can do is you can write down programmatically also. So, there are 2 options, which to use depends on your objective. Now, how to use intent for showing map? So, we learn that intent can be used to perform some actions on your application. So, here we first write down string geo URI which specifies geo colon and then latitude and longitude. So, this is our URI in form of string for specifying location. Then you have to convert these string into URI for specifying inside intent. So, we write down URI geo is equal to URI dot parse and then we specify geo URI string. Then you have to create intent, and inside intent we use generic action view action for specifying that we want to launch map application. So, first argument is a intent action which is action underscore view, and second is a URI which specifies which application to use. Since we have specified geographical URI, it always opens map, and then finally we have to start activity which specifies intent as a argument. So, these code will create one specific location URI. If you know the longitude and latitude, you can always create these URI, and then you can call intent for showing it on Google map. In second method is a maps activity. So, sometimes we want to have map integrated into our application for more seamless user experience. That means, you want to write down something customized for user, and for these we can add fragment and fragment activity to show the location to user on Google map when they enter a place name. So, this is how you can use GPS, you can determine the location based on longitude and latitude, and longitude and latitude can be determined using names, and you can also show your location on maps. Now, we will write down two programs for these. The first program you can show on screen is, we want to write down an application to get longitude and latitude information for given place name. If you do not know the longitude and latitude, and if you know the place name, you can get these using these application. So, if you follow a mouse pointer, here we have one text view which write down enter address or place name, and below is a edit text where you have to type your place name, and then once you press this geocode button, the result is displayed that location is first is a longitude and second is a latitude. So, this is how it works. And second, we want to get location information, your current location information we want to retrieve. So, when you press this location info button, it gives you detail regarding your location. So, we write down this first application which shows either longitude latitude based on place name or your location information. The second program we write down is an application to display location on Google map using map activity by specifying location, longitude and latitude. Here first figure shows a longitude latitude 00, and this second figure shows a longitude and latitude of Ahmedabad in Gujarat state of India. So, you can either specify 00 for displaying these map, or you can specify particular city name, longitude and latitude, and we also display these marker. This is known as a marker. So, we write down or draw this marker at a longitude latitude specified, and its text is a marker. You can also provide any other text. So, we write down these two programs for how to perform these location based services. So, let us start. Here on screen you can see I have already write down these activity for demonstration. Our activity name is a LBS activity, that means location based service activity, and our layout file is activity underscore lbs.xml. So, first we start with our layout which is shown in screen. Here, as discussed earlier, this is a text view which displays message. This is edit text where you get place name, and when this geocode button is pressed, we want to display result into this result text view. And whenever this location info button is pressed, your current location is determined using GPS and it is shown in a result text view, and we have this button name is a button info and geocode button name is a button geocode. So, this is all about our interface. Now, we see what are the permissions that is required in Android manifest file. So, here is our manifest file. You can see that here we write down 3 permissions. First is to use internet, second is required to get find location, and third is required to get course location information. So, this is our permission required. You can write down use features discussed in theory after these. So, that is a optional for filtering your application, but these permissions are compulsory. So, these are the permission required. Now, we understand how this button will display our information. So, we go to our activity file. Here is our activity file. Here we implement a location listener. So, this location listener will listen for any changes in location and update us whenever requested. So, your activity must implement a location listener, and you have to implement its method, which is a first method is on location change, another is on status change, third is on provider enabled, and last is on provider disabled. So, you have to write down these 4 methods to implement location listener. Here we do not want to do anything inside this on status change, on provider enabled and on provider disabled, but whenever location is changed, we want to get updated location. So, we implemented on location change. So, first thing is your activity extends activity and implements location listener. Here is a 2 button that represent buttons in our design mode. There is a one edit text, one text view for result, and we use this geocoder object for finding location. So, here inside on create you can see our content view is set, then we take reference for button, edit text and text view, and then we create instance of our geocoder object. Its name is coder. So, we write down coder is equal to new geocoder, and it takes argument as a application context. Now, whenever this first button is pressed, we want to fetch this name and display its longitude and latitude. So, here in button geo set on click listener method on click, we write down string place name is equal to name entered in our edit text, and name for our edit text is a name. So, we write down name dot get text dot to string is stored inside place name. Now, remember we have place name available in this variable. Now, we write down iterator. Now, there may be more than one match possible based on place name. So, here we call method of coder, which is geocoder. So, this much code returns location matching with these place name, and these 3 specifies that maximum 3 results should be returned. So, this method returns our address which match with our place name, and we call its method iterator and store these inside locations which is a iterator. So, you might know that iterator is used to iterate through a result. So, here we write down string location info is equal to result. So, in first line we display result, and in next line we will append something. Now, this while loop will continue until all addresses are processed using these locations. So, we write down while locations dot has next, means all 3 results, maximum 3 results, if you get this loop will continue for 3 times. So, in here we declare one location variable of type address. Now, this address is available in Android.location package. So, this is a class which is available in Android.location package, and it is a object location, and we write down location dot next. So, from these locations which is our iterator, we separate one address and store inside this object. Now, we have results available in location info. Now, we append location with latitude and longitude. Now, remember, once we have a address available, we can know its latitude using get latitude method and longitude using get longitude method. So, final string will be results, and in new line there is a locations, and first it displays latitude and comma separates it with longitude. So, finally, we display this result inside our text view which is a txt res. So, we set its text to location info, and finally, if something error happens, we catch these inside catch block and display that error inside a result text view. So, this is how you can determine longitude and latitude based on place name. Now, next we want to display location information whenever this button is pressed, location info button is pressed. So, here we write down code, whenever this info button is pressed, we write down these lines. So, first you have to create instance of location manager object using get system services, and then you have to specify services you want to acquire, and here it is a location service. So, this is how you can create instance of location manager. The first line specifies instance of location manager. Then there is a one object of type criteria. Now, these criteria will specify accuracy for us. So, here we write down criteria is equal to new criteria, and then we can set accuracy. Now, here we write down no requirement, but there are other constant also that you can see on screen. No requirement, coarse, fine, high, low, medium. So, any of these can be specified inside these accuracy value, but right now we write down no requirement. If you specify fine, then it try to find out exact match, but here for we write down no requirement. Similarly, these method specifies power requirement for our criteria. Here there is no requirement, so we specify no requirement. Now, there are many providers available in your phone which can provide location information. It might include GPS, it might be mobile data, or it might be Google. So, here we find best provider using location managers method get best provider, and based on these criteria, and here we specify true. So, these string represents one of the best options available for using with location based services. Next, we write down lm dot request location updates. So, first we create location manager instance, then we specify criteria, and based on criteria we find best provider. Now, we want to actually request for location. So, we call this method request location updates, and if you can see, it takes 4 arguments. First is the provider name, which is best provider in our case. Then these 1000 specifies how many time should be lapsed between 2 requests. So, it is a 1000 millisecond, which means 1 second. You can request location update after 1 second only, and this is a distance for change in location in meter. So, here we specify that if location is changed by 10 meters, then and then you can request for location update. And finally, last argument specifies location listener. So, here activity itself is a listen for location changes. So, we write down lbs activity dot these. So, when you call these request location updates, it will call our method location change. So, it will call these location change method, and inside these argument you will get location of your mobile or current location inside these argument. So, here again we create instance of geocoder, we find all addresses as discussed earlier, and if address is not null, that means we have match with our, or we have at least address information available, then this inner loop executes. So, here until end of all addresses we will further process, and remember here we specify that maximum 3 address matching should be returned. So, here we use current location, longitude, latitude, and nearby 3 results should be returned inside addresses. So, here in addressed object name location we separate one by one addresses. So, we write down addresses dot next. In place name you can find get locality method using you can find place name using get locality method. You can find features of that place using get feature name. You can find road address using get through fare method, and you can find country name using get country name method. And finally, we join all these in square bracket using string dot format method, and there are 4 strings. First is a place name, another is feature name, third is road, and fourth is country. So, we have these information available as a single line. Now, next I call get max address line index. So, you can also return address line by line using this method. So, here I call get max address line index method, and it represent integer value or number of lines in your address. So, we loop until it is greater than or equal to 0, and in address line object we get address line with index. So, then we append these to our previous line using string dot format method, and here we append index number and line number, and then we minus minus add index variable so that it will finally reach to 0 when all line processed. And once all this is processed, we display that information inside text res, which is our text view. So, if there is a something wrong happens, we catch that error inside catch block and display that error inside this toast error message, and we also log these error message in log.e, which is specifies error. First is a category of error and second is a message. So, this is how we can know longitude and latitude based on place name, and we can find current location. Now, we want to test this application. So, we want to run this application in actual phone. So, I have connected my phone with this computer and I press this run app button for running this application. So, I am just pressing this run app button to launch my application on real phone. Here on screen you can see our application is running. I am just entering one location information in edit text to get its longitude and latitude. And I am pressing first button, which is geocode. So, here on screen it displays result that location, longitude and latitude are these. Now, next we want to display our location information. So, I am just pressing this second button. Now, it will display information of my current location, which is a Gandhinagar, India, and there are 3 lines. First is second is India, first line is Gujarat and 0 line is Gandhinagar. So, this is how I can get my location information. Since I have not used precise location criteria, it will show nearby place also, but you can refine always result using specifying criteria. So, friends, today we have learned how to determine location using location based service provider, and you can also get longitude and latitude based on location name, and you can always determine your location using location listener. So, in next session we will discuss how to display visual representation of your location using map. Until then, have a nice day. Thank you and happy learning.
स्वाध्याय टीवी